Hello humans, I'm the AlienDoctor, but you can call me Alien, and welcome back to AlienCraft Season 2, Episode 17, obviously inside the AlienCraft Season 2 Survival Let's Play World on Minecraft Bedrock Edition here today. So yes, I feel like some of those words kind of came out in the wrong order, I don't know. But anyway, we're just going to get on with the episode, because I've got a lot to talk about and a lot of stuff that I want to do today. First of all, you may have noticed that this area has had a couple of changes. If we fly up, you can see it, is that there is an entirely new house that has been built. I guess we can sort of like, no, we can't. If we can land properly, then I'll show you. Hang on, nearly there. Okay, there we go. Don't know why that stops there. But yeah, as you can see, we've got a new house built up as well as a new fountain there. And we're going to be continuing with this area, probably in live streams mostly. But I'm quite happy with this house, as you can see here. Where's a good place to look at it? I guess maybe just from above might be a good place to look at it. So there we go. There's the house. There's the fountain. And we're going to be doing a lot more work on this place in live streams and various stuff, because I do want to get this place finished so that we can start working on the main base. And today's episode, we're going to be doing something that we're going to need for the main base, because we are in fact going to be building a wither skeleton farm. So we need beacons for the main base, because we are going to be needing to mine a lot of gravel and a lot of sand so that we can get concrete. And yeah, and a lot of stone as well. So we are going to need a haste 2 beacon, obviously. And for that, we're going to need a wither skeleton farm. Now, there are a bunch of different types of beacon farms and factories on Bedrock Edition. However, I actually want to build up a fortress farm. So I am now here in a creative copy of the AlienCraft Season 2 Survival World, because I've been planning out how we're going to build this nether fortress farm, and I've been using a couple of command blocks to help me do this, which, well, yeah. And I just want to show you how, well, yeah, what I've done, all of the testing that I've done to, you know, try and figure out how we're going to build this fortress farm. So what we've got over here is a little chain command block to kill all wither skeletons. This command block will then put a block of concrete beneath the skeleton, and then it will die from the chain one. And then this will just kill all of the mobs other than wither skeletons. That is a failed test for blazers. That did not work properly. I don't actually really know why. But anyway, so what happened is a wither skeleton would spawn. They would then have this orange concrete block put beneath them, and then they would die instantly, and their drops and stuff would also get destroyed as well. And basically doing that, we managed to figure out where all of the spawning spots in this particular fortress is. So using fill commands, I basically got rid of the roof, so it used to look a little bit like this. However, I basically got rid of these walls and ceilings to basically, yeah, just so we could see it a lot easier, because this is also how we'll do it when we actually build the farm. So yeah, that's all pretty simple and stuff like that. However, you may be wondering what these black and yellow, what these black and white spawning spheres are, or just spheres. And as I said, they are spawning spheres. They represent the spawning spheres. So imagine that the player is on top of this diamond block where this armor stand is. Using these two commands, I'm just going to actually stand here for a bit. Using these two command blocks, we basically spawn in these spawning spheres at the correct distance, so we can see where mobs, which areas are basically going to be loaded and which areas are not going to be loaded. So as you can see, when I move my crosshair around, you can see here that it is basically spawning in blocks wherever I'm looking, allowing me to basically draw in the spawning spheres. So if we get rid of these, or turn them off, and then let's just put the armor stand back there so we can kind of visualize that's where the player is. You can see here that inside the black spheres, mobs will not be able to spawn. So that means is that, for example, if we had a block like right here, mobs would not be able to spawn on it because it's inside the black sphere. However, as you can see, there's also the white sphere. Now this indicates where mobs can spawn. So if you're inside the white sphere and not inside the black sphere, then mobs will be able to spawn. Which means where I'm stood now, mobs can spawn. And it also means that on a bunch of our spawning spots, like down here for example, mobs will be able to spawn on all of these spots, which is really good. Now, actually picking the right area to build this nether fortress farm is something else that I also had to do. So I picked this area over here, I believe it is. Yeah, it is this area. Because it's near a massive lava lake where not a lot of mobs will be able to spawn. And as well as that, there are a bunch of these corridors, which mean more spawning spots, because the spawn spots are actually here, right where the windows are. And go away, you stupid wither skeleton. We're going to be farming you soon. But yeah, and there's also a chest here. Not got the best stuff in it, but still. And the first thing... Okay, there are blazes. Oh dear. I have a bad feeling that we are now going to die. Oh yeah, of course, we have a totem. I forgot we had totems. It's a good job we had that. But yeah, anyway, carrying on. So the spawning spots are actually right here in these corridors next to the windows, right there. And obviously I did use the command blocks just to double check that was the case. But yes, it is the case. And as you can see, even with literally no like proper perimeters in place, we have got quite a lot of mobs already spawning here. I am going to get out my shield though and just take on that dude. There we go. But yeah, the first thing that we're going to do is, I think, get a bunch of slabs and just stop any mobs from being able to spawn here whilst we're working on the area. So where's that magma cube gone? You are annoying. Go die in lava. And you too as well. Bye. But yeah, anyway. You're still here. We'll get those blaze rods, because blaze rods are useful. But still, get out of here. We're also going to need to get ourselves a good bow, aren't we? Oh, no. Fly. Okay, this is bad. We might use another totem here. Yeah. We are using just all the totems. And there's a ghast. Things are not going very well. Okay, but yeah, as I was saying, the first thing that we're going to do is need to slab down all of this area so that no mobs can spawn like that annoying ghast. Go away. Goodbye. Conveniently, we have quite a lot of stone. The one chest I opened has like hardly any stone. But yeah, we have quite a lot of cobblestone from basically mining out the slime chunk, which means that we can obviously turn a bunch of that into actual stone slabs so that we can do a bit of spawn proofing. Okay, so I'm on my way back to the area we're going to build the fortress farm in. I've got myself a bow, a bunch of totems, an arrow, even though I've got multiple arrows, even though I have an infinity bow. And is this the area? Yes, this is the area. So the first thing we're going to do is use all of these slabs I brought with me and just start slabbing the place off by magma cream and or cube or whatever you are. We're also going to need to kill this guy. Die, die, die. Thank you very much. And yeah, let's just start slabbing the place. Oh, nice. I just killed a wither skeleton with my bow, and we got a wither skeleton skull. That's pretty good, actually. That wasn't even like with a looting sword or anything. That was just with my bow. That's brilliant. So you may be wondering, why am I covering slabs in all the areas and not just the spawning spots? Well, that is actually a pretty valid question. That's because although wither skeletons will only spawn in the spawning spots, other mobs like pigmen will spawn in basically anywhere. They are not restricted to the hard-coded spawning spots of the fortress. So I finished a large majority of the slabbing area. I've basically used all the blocks I have to slab it. So now what we're going to do is actually start destroying the walls and the ceiling. This is just going to mean when we're building the farm, we're not going to run into any issues with space. When we're AFKing, we'll also be able to see what's going on. And then also it means we don't have to slab the roof. And it will also just mean that we have a bunch of nether bricks to use for potentially in the future for builds and stuff. Okay, so for this time-lapse, I thought I'd do a bit of a time-lapse chat, because, you know, I haven't really done a time-lapse chat in quite a long time, it feels like, anyway. And yeah, so basically, in case it wasn't obvious, the main reason that we are doing this fortress farm is because we're going to need a bunch of beacons because of the base, and I'm so excited about building this base, but we are going to need quite a lot of concrete and quite a lot of stone, so we're going to need H2 beacons. But yeah, the base idea, and you'll hear more about this in the next episode, however, the idea is to actually have basically all the ideas for the base I had in Big Ink SMP, I'm just going to do here instead, because Big Ink SMP obviously ended. So it'll be an Area 51 style base, or it's be more of like my interpretation of an Area 51 style type thing. And I don't know, it won't obviously be exactly like Area 51 or whatever. It will be kind of like my version of it and almost like what it's like in my imagination. So to be fair to all of you people, it might look nothing like Area 51 or what you imagine it being, but to me it's what well, to me it's what it looks like anyway. And but yeah, we'll also be doing a bunch of live streams over at Twitch, which you can find my link on Twitch in the description, because we'll be doing a bunch of live streams for resource gathering and doing the main base building. We're going to have a bunch of farms in the base. It's going to be amazing. I'm very excited. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, assuming everything went to plan, then you should have just seen... we just literally just watched a magma queen fall off. But yeah, anyway, assuming everything went to plan, you should have just seen a time-lapse of me actually mining out some of this area and slabbing it and whatnot. There we go, he's dead. And yeah, we've pretty much slabbed most of it. He jumped off of there. See, look, magma cubes just jump off things. So they're not spawning on the slabs, which is a good thing. Now, I didn't actually get a chance to do everything in the third-person time-lapse just because of, I was using my laptop. Oh, I've just fallen off. I was using my laptop as another account in another world. I was actually using my laptop in the testing world I had, where I had all the spawning spheres, so that I could check where I needed to slab and that sort of thing. Go away, you stupid ghasts. Ghasts have been incredibly annoying to me today. I don't like it one bit. But yeah, anyway, although I have just realised we are going to need to slab some of this area, so I'm just going to make sure it's done real quickly. Okay, so I have basically pretty much finished all of the slabs in this area. So as you can see, all the areas that actually need to be spawn-proofed have been spawn-proofed. That magma did not spawn, it jumped off of like one of these ledges or something. Magmas are really bad at that, they just jump off everywhere. I guess we might need to spawn-proof up here, so we'll do that. But yeah, I have spawn-proofed basically everywhere on the fortress that we actually need to the point where we are now actually ready to start building up the actual farm, which is going to be pretty nice. And I've never actually built a nether fortress farm before, so I was looking on the YouTube how or more specifically what good designs there were, and I found one by Foxy No-Tail that I quite like, and I think I'm going to use his tutorial with a couple of my own adaptations to yeah, basically build that farm, because yeah, I am pretty happy with the way it goes and stuff. So yeah, I think we're going to use that. I've also marked out our AFK spot, which is right here, although we are going to have magmas dropping down, raining on us. Oh my gosh, I'm on half a heart. But yeah, anyway, so I think we should start actually building up the actual farm now, instead of just doing a bunch of spawning stuff and things, because yeah, all of this was just to stop mobs from spawning. Something else I actually forgot to mention is we got 3 wither skeleton skulls when we were, and a lot of blaze rods and bones, and a decent amount of coal as well, whilst we were actually building up this farm. So we literally could summon a wither right now and actually, you know, get ourselves a nether star and beacons and stuff, which, yeah, is something, I'm not going to lie, I was not expecting to happen, so that's pretty cool. We are going to kill that dude because I don't want him blowing up my chests, and then we are going to take back some of this stuff back to the base, because yeah, it's filling up the chest basically. Okay, so as you can see here, we have marked out all of these spawning spots using this polished andesite. I think this is all the ones that we are going to be using in the farm. I will double check on my spectator account, which is obviously in my testing world that has all the spawning spots laid out. However, yeah, I think this is where we are going to do it. Something that we are going to need to do, though, is get rid of this, just because mobs will be able to spawn on here, so we'll get rid of that. There we go. And then we'll also need to do some mob proofing up here as well at some point. But I don't know, maybe I'll do that on a stream or something. I've just fallen off. You saw nothing. I never fall off. See, I'm a professional Minecrafter. But yeah, anyway, we are making good progress so far. So I think I am actually going to start building the rest of the farm. Something else we need to decide is, because the way the farm works is it basically brings all of the mobs into a minecart and then into another portal to the overworld. We're going to need to figure out basically where we're going to put that nether portal so that the minecarts have to travel like a minimum, like not as far basically. There are just so many ghasts everywhere, and because like this area, all of this area has been slabbed, there are loads of mobs spawning on that area because there's nowhere else for them to spawn. But obviously when I'm over at the spawning spot, that shouldn't be a problem. I have good news, and these nether sounds, these are incredibly loud. Let me turn that down. Wow. Okay, so as you can see, we have had some wither skeletons spawning, which is absolutely brilliant. I started slabbing up this top bit up here, and oh, I'm gonna die now, because I thought maybe the mob cap was being taken up by the bit up here. However, I didn't even finish it, and I just went down there to like double check some stuff. Well, I was on my laptop because I just wanted to check which areas we actually needed to spawn proof, and so yeah, I went down there just to see if anything would spawn whilst I was checking, and yeah, something spawned, which is absolutely amazing. So now we are going to, well yeah, now that we know that at least one spawning spot works, we're going to build up the rest of the farm. Okay, so as you can see right here, we have, well actually you can't see because I was just looking at myself, but there is a ghast behind me. But anyway, as I was saying, let's get the bow just ready just in case. But yeah, so we have got basically the entire farm built up at this point. So there's obviously the AFK spot, and then if we pop down here, you'll see that we've just got these cobblestone blocks with levers on the back along with slabs powering the powered rails. That's how we've done it to actually get the rails powered. We could have used redstone blocks, but that's a bit more expensive. Let's put the helmet back on as well now. And then we've also got this, we actually don't need that glass block, however we are going to need to replace that with a slab. We'll just leave that glass block there actually, but you could just put a slab there instead to stop things from spawning. But anyway, we've put this glass basically like above the activator rail and to the side a bit, so that the activator rail doesn't push mobs in this direction, it forces them in this direction, which will obviously drop the mobs into the portal. You can see here the kind of layout of it. So you can see here, there's only one portal for all of this area, one portal for all of this area, and this area is a little bit different. Why is there a ghast? So yeah, this area is a little bit different. So you can see here what the minecart will actually do is it will start here and it will make its way along and put any mobs into here. It will then go around here collecting mobs, putting them into this portal, and then any from here into that portal, and then so on. Now, something I'm thinking about doing is actually adding another portal somewhere around here, like one. I've fallen in, sorry, not off. But yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is putting another portal, maybe one like here, and then one over there as well, just to improve the efficiency of the farm, because this is a fairly large area. But yeah, it's pretty good so far. As you can see, all the mobs are spawning as well, which is pretty lovely. And yeah, that's basically the farm. So the next thing that we need to do is just figure out where we need to build the portal inside of the overworld, and then obviously build it. Okay, so normally I don't do things like this. However, I'm in a creative copy. Don't worry, this is not my actual world. I can clear my inventory. I don't care. This is a creative copy. But yeah, I'm in a creative copy of my world because I was having so many problems with these nether portals linking, to the point where I literally had to find a nether portal calculator because I was confused about why the coordinates weren't matching up, and I'm still not sure why. Okay, so it has taken me a while. However, hopefully now, this portal, if we light it, should actually take us to the nether side of our fortress farm. So we're just going to have to place down a couple of scaffolding so that we can actually, you know, light it. But yeah, okay, so if we were like this, boop, and then go through it, this should take us to one of the portals in the actual fortress farm, of which it does. So it takes us to this portal. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to test that each and every single one of these portals actually have linked up properly. So we've got obviously that one down there as well. And then if we do, then we'll have all of the nether side of this farm completely finished. Okay, brilliant. So I have tested every single one of the portals that we have over in the nether, and they all link up absolutely perfectly to our overworld portal, which means we can now obviously start building the overworld part of this farm. So that did take a lot longer than expected, if I'm being completely honest. However, we have now fully built up the overworld kill chamber for this farm. I think the last thing that we should do, or not the last thing, but something that we should have done, is actually replace the cobblestone at the back of the portal over there. I think we should actually just replace that with nether brick blocks, just to go, you know, kind of make it match the rest of the build. If you want to call this a build, I don't know if you'd call this a build, but anyway, as you can see, the overworld trident killer is now done, and this is a very fancy trident killer. This is not the design that I'd normally build. Now would also be a good time to say that although I have made a couple of my own modifications to this farm, I was fairly loosely following a tutorial by Foxy No-Tail that will be linked in the description and in the top right, if I remember, of course. I'm a bit terrible at linking things in the top right, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, it will definitely be in the description. But yeah, this is a fancy trident killer. It's a design that I personally have never used before. And yeah, I like it. And one of the reasons it's fancy is because we have to be one block lower than the actual kill chamber. Otherwise, the blazes will fly up when they get hit by the trident, which is good. And I didn't fully know that. Well, I did know that, but I didn't know that being one block below it would actually stop the blazes from going, like, you know, flying away, because I have been designing a blaze farm. But anyway, you can also see there we've got those coral fans, because coral fans are very, very useful, despite what anyone else tells you. Coral fans are very, very, very useful, and you should probably all go and build my coral fan farm. But yeah, they're there just to make the mobs, when they come out of the portal, think they're a full block, and, you know, actually, you know, walk into the kill chamber, because sometimes they'll actually spawn inside the portal frame bit, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, anyway, this farm actually works, or the nether side of this farm actually works, or the overworld side of this farm actually works. Basically, the farm works, that's what I'm trying to say. Words are hard, okay? So I have spent absolutely ages trying to figure out the source of this bug. So if we go through here, you can see here, we're going to have like, I think about 6 minecarts through this portal. Oh, hello. Get down there. Apparently I left the trident killer on. Oh, actually, yeah, I think my alt account was there. Ow, no. Oh, jet. I'm now in the trident killer, and I cannot turn it off. Oh, dear. Oh, no, this is literally a nightmare. How am I meant to get out? I guess maybe flying out. Oh, you know, that actually worked. Let's shut these down there. There we go. Where the minecarts gone? Oh, I know where they've gone. They'll be in the chest, and that was not a silk touch pickaxe. Brilliant. Also, I see you, Mr. Creeper. Oh dear, we don't have any spare glass. I guess there's just going to be a bit of a, a bit of a hole in our kill chamber for now, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Ow. How did I get damage? But yeah, anyway. I've taken more damage, jeez. So as I was saying, I believe I figured out the source of this bug. So what is happening is that basically when the minecart goes around here, around on a bend, it would appear that, well, that's the only time it actually goes through the portal. So it might happen now. It didn't happen this time. Is it going to happen over here? No. And that's the strange thing. It doesn't happen every time. It only happens some of the time, which just makes it, you know, more frustrating, to be honest, because it's like a bug that only happens some of the time. Also, it would appear... Oh, seriously? Mobs are so annoying. It would appear that we don't have enough powered rails here. I'll have to get another one. But yeah, let's get that blaze out of the minecart, because I don't want it to affect it. Okay, never mind. You know what? This farm will just work then. And yeah, did you see it then? But it only ever does it when it goes round this minecart, which makes me think that it has something to do with these corners. So, oh, I still have the tridents on me. How did I get these tridents on me? That's strange. But yeah, so I'm not really sure what to do about that, if I'm being completely honest. So I think because of that, we are actually going to leave this project for this episode. I don't know, maybe we'll come back to it later in the episode. I don't actually know how long. I need to start editing this so I know how long this episode has been already. But yeah, I think for the time being what we're going to do is just leave this place, maybe work on something else if we have enough time. But yeah, maybe next episode or something we will, you know, try and fix this thing. But one of the reasons I'm doing that is because, well, this farm works, it's just not automatic. It means that I can't AFK at the farm. However, if we take a look in here, I actually have 10 wither skeleton skulls literally just from building the farm, which means now that we have all of the wither skeletons contained, I can still sort of manually use the farm by going around and manually killing them with a looting 3 sword. So it still, you know, sort of works. Obviously, it would be way better if we could actually have it automatic, but unfortunately we cannot. And yeah, you can see right there, I actually just got another. Have they made these like not as rare as they used to be? Because I remember on Bedrock Edition, the rates used to be really, really bad. So they must have improved it after 1.16 or something. Because I'm getting like loads. It's actually, yeah. Well, maybe we don't even need to build this farm. We're getting so many wither skeleton skulls. And there we go. There's another one. Like, yeah, okay, well, they must have changed the rates. There's a bunch of blazers there now. They must have changed the rates because, like, I've got enough for 4 beacons. And I'm actually going to die. I didn't even realise. I can't see because the fire's in the way. But yeah, we actually got, like, loads of blaze rods and also quite a lot of magma cream as well, just from working over here at the farm. Like, yeah, we have got a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of drops from this farm before we've even finished the farm, which is absolutely amazing. So that is going to do it for today's episode. Also, can I just say, RTX ray tracing looks like so nice. I really, really do like it. Like I've said before, although I can play with it like permanently, I just think it does look really nice. But yeah, anyway, that is going to be it for today's video. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. And I hope that you will hopefully come back for episode 18, where we're going to start working on the base area, which is actually in this area. And we're also going to be building an iron farm, hopefully, in that next episode as well. And potentially some of the stuff. But yeah, feel free to subscribe to get notified of all the videos. And like the video as well, because that will really help out the video and the channel. And yeah, so feel free to subscribe and join the Alien Empire today and all of that other jazz. I'll see you in the next video, hopefully soon. Bye.